Hi, my name is Ken Berman, and I'm going to be demonstrating some integration options that connect live objects, the new Cornell developed technology, with spreadsheets and databases. I'm going to illustrate that first by showing you some conventional Microsoft Excel spreadsheets that have been turned into live distributed applications by connecting their cells to underlying multicast channels. You can see four spreadsheets here, which has a little pie chart in it. And as values change in the underlying data, the pie chart is updated. You'll notice that we've color-coded some of the cells. Each color corresponds to a distinct multicast channel, a distinct live object, yellow for example, or blue, or pink. Everybody who sees a yellow channel sees the same values in real time as they change. Anyone with a yellow cell can update the yellow channel. If there's a race condition, we'll resolve that and we'll put the updates into some fixed total order. You can integrate different live objects with different cells in a flexible, easy way. And we're going to demonstrate that now. On the right is a list of our various live objects. We don't have to look at the details of that list, but those are the communication channels I mentioned before. We have a macro language that is integrated actually with the Visual Basic macro language that Microsoft supports. And that macro language is used to capture input events and incoming live object notifications and either output a multicast on the live object channel or update what's visible in the spreadsheet or in the Excel chart in real time. How did the live object get connected to the spreadsheet channel? We have a small dialog box. You can see it running here. And what's going to happen is we will select a cell. I'm going to do that now. And the row and column of the cell are automatically captured and put into the dialog box, at which point we can tell the dialog box which channel we're interested in connecting to. The dialog will vanish, and the cell will now take on the color of the corresponding live object channel. We're using that mostly as a visual aid. And this spreadsheet will now be another live player in the group of spreadsheets. And I could take the spreadsheet now and save it, give it to a friend, email it to somebody as an attachment. And if they were running the live objects platform and the corresponding Quicksilver multicast system, they would actually be able to see this in real time wherever they were on the internet or in the corporate enterprise, as long as firewalls didn't prevent them from communicating with each other. So you can see that this is a pretty easy way to build integrated office automation systems. In this particular case, integrations of spreadsheets, but we're going to show you some other examples as well in a moment. Each one of these live cells took Zhang Hunan, the graduate student who built this demo, 5 or 6 mouse clicks. That's annoying, but that's not unreasonable for an Excel application developer who's used to doing something comparable to link Excel to Oracle. And so here we're just reminding you of the functionality we've enabled for our couple of spreadsheets. Watch them update in real time. Now, this is very close to a common paradigm that's very popular in the industry called publish subscribe. And so in our next phase, we're just going to show you that these same spreadsheet tricks can be used to build publish subscribe applications of a sort that would be familiar in a financial trading setting. So here we are. And what's happened here is that we're using the exact same ideas, but now a background server has been connected to a source of updates for financial feeds corresponding to the various stocks that we're looking at here. And you can see that in real time, as updates are notified, are broadcast out through the system, the spreadsheets are notified and they update themselves, and we can support a few updates a second. We can also integrate live objects with database systems, in this case the Oracle database system. So we've created a little database of round-trip times to various network sites. In this NetStat database, you can see it, we did a select star and showed you the contents of it as of a moment ago. And what we can do is associate queries with our live objects channels in such a way that as the database is updated, which is happening in the background automatically in this demo, a multicast will automatically be triggered on the corresponding live object channel, which can then be pulled into a spreadsheet, for example, which will be updated in real time. So here we see that. Each time the NetStat database changes, which is visible in the window sort of to the upper right, the spreadsheet on the lower left catches that update and is itself updated. And then if we wanted to, we can requery our database and see its current contents. But of course, the query window requires that you type something in to see an update, whereas live objects are receiving every update in real time, and each time it's triggering an update visible to the spreadsheets. You can see that this integration is a little slower than the one before. We've got Oracle, several versions of Excel running, the Live Objects platform running, and Quicksilver all on one computer. It's getting a little bit loaded and slowing things down. But again, you should be able to see several updates a second if you spread things out and put them on separate computers that aren't overloaded. How did this really work? Well, we're going to have a channel dialog window. We'll switch over to it in a moment here. I think Zhang is going to clear the desktop a bit and then pull that back up for us. And what he's done is associating with each of the different, there he goes, he's clearing the desktop for us. Take one quick look at what's in the database right now. And then we're going to pull up the channel dialog window. There it is. And what it shows is that associated with each of these live objects can be a database query, which will then be applied against Oracle, set up as a trigger, and each time the Oracle system sees an update to the database from any source, you're not even seeing the server that does the netstats and updates the database here, it recomputes what's called a dynamically materialized view, and the output of that is automatically captured by our system and then multicast so that our various spreadsheets can see the updates in real time and reflect them on our histogram. And here it is again. And once again, we'll see it moving up and down. Whereas, as I said, if you wanted to look at the content of the database manually, you'd have to type a query each time to do it. So Live Objects gives us a way to build a new kind of integrated real-time enterprise, an office enterprise in which tools like Excel and Oracle are combined by non-programmers. Of course, they have to understand how to do drag and drop and some mouse clicks in this case, so maybe they're not completely unskilled non-programmers, but in any case, non-programmers, to create a new kind of live enterprise. This is just a demonstration of the capability, and it's going to take a while before we can get to the point that a production organization, a big enterprise that was serious about things, could really use live objects this way. Right now, they're really more appropriate to teaching environments. Here at Cornell, we use them in classes. But over time, as we elaborate the technology, build some of the support infrastructure that hasn't been created yet, we think this is going to be a solution many people will want to use. If you teach, we hope you'll consider downloading our technology and using it in your classrooms now. Let us know what you think. We'll be happy to provide some support. Thank you.